Hi, this is Mako with the Tyme Network, and I am here with Shelley Murasko at the Rise Up Women Conference in San Diego. Shelley is an educator with the WIFE organization, and Shelley, why don't you tell us a little bit about the organization and what you do there?
Certainly, Mako, thank you. WIFE.org is the Women's Institute for Financial Education. It was founded over 27 years ago and has been running here in San Diego. WIFE.org, being an organization that's supporting women, does several things. One of the main feature programs is they offer a program called Second Saturday that is what women need to know about divorce. They also do a program of now what men need to know about divorce, but one of their major programs has been teaching people about the divorce process. In addition to that, we have courses through our money clubs. You can go to moneyclubs.com if you want to see our online coursework, and there's just a whole host of information, newsletters, and other things available on our website at wife.org.
So, Shelley, why don't you tell us what is the number one mistake women make when it comes to their finances?
The number one mistake is probably something we can all relate to no matter where we come from. And what we've seen and found over the years is that women often give away their financial power. We're not raised to talk about money, to be passionate about money. In fact, if anything, we're taught the opposite. And so we go through our lives and it affects us in several ways. Oftentimes we delegate financial responsibility. I personally, as a very educated woman, engineering degree, MBA, sat with a manager at about the age of 30 and told him that money really didn't matter to me. Thank you very much for the raise, Mr. Vice President, but it doesn't really matter to me. And I looked back at that moment in my life and thought, who was I and why did I say that? Because money actually is very integral into our lives, and the more we use money in line with our values and are empowered to do that, the more happy we will be in our financial lives.
And so do you think that women are unique to the financial matters? Like, what is the difference between men and women when it comes to money, how we think differently about it?
So in addition to making the mistake of giving up our power, which men rarely do, in some cases they will, women also have unique challenges that we face in the financial realm. One of the biggest is longevity. We oftentimes will be the person that will live the longest. You know, women these days are living well into their 90s. We're the majority of centenarians, and so we have to figure out how to make our money last for over 100 years perhaps. Another thing that is rather unique to us is we usually will eventually have to manage it on our own. I mean, we give up our power, but 90% of women will at some point in their life manage money on their own. Sometimes it's before marriage. More often, it's as a result of divorce or widowhood that a woman is put in the circumstances of having to manage it all on their own. And so if there's anyone in a relationship that should really be passionate about learning because they'll be handling it for many years, it's the female side of the relationship. And of course, women in general, like I said, the more we use money, much like our time, in line with our values, the happier we will be in our lives overall.
So what do you think, one last question, what do you think is the one thing that women could do to take that first step to gaining power back when it comes to money?
There are so many simple things we can do every day. The things I encourage people is, first off, just have a seat at the table. If you are in a household where you've pretty much delegated finances, ask to sit once a year in a State of the Union meeting or just a financial discussion with your spouse and understand where you're at. Another thing women can do is find a class, take a course. We teach courses through wife.org at Miracosta College here in San Diego. You can go to wife.org to find those resources. And lastly, in everyday life, maybe it's as you negotiate a raise, maybe it's as someone is asking to borrow money, and really think about how you can be more empowered and take those actions in your daily life.
Okay, so I have a question that you brought up, asking for a raise. So. You know,
and by the way, don't do it the way I did it.
No, right. But I think some women, when it comes to review and asking for a raise, I think they undervalue themselves. So when they go into negotiate for a raise, what do you think that we could do, or anybody can do, to help empower themselves and feel like they're worthy of asking for it?
I mean, the main thing I think women need to do is set their confidence a bit higher. As women, we tend to be a little bit less confident about the results and how successful we are. So the first thing is just get your mindset in the right place. If you think you're here with how you're delivering in your company, you're probably here. So first of all, how you think about it is really important. And then as far as tactical, get the information together. Talk to others, do a little research on what other people are making. There's a way to get to that if you really think creatively. And think about your accomplishments and the results you've delivered to that company, and have that information not only prepared but really crisp in how you communicate it. And you'll be surprised at what you can do with your next raise.
Great, I love it. It's great tips. Thank you. So if you or anyone you know benefited from this and could benefit, please visit Shelley at wife.org. And we thank you for joining us for this Me Time moment. And remember, sharing is caring. Thank you.